Hello everyone, hope you're having a fantastic day. Today we're going to start out with doing the last of the Thaleia quests. I unfortunately didn't have enough time to finish up the last one. Anyway, let's head on over to wherever the heck that place was. I don't know what the actual area is called. Let's see, the Passage of the Twelve's Embrace. And talk to Ostakon / Deryk and wrap up this last quest. First, we'll go ahead and talk with everyone, and then we'll talk to Deryk. He's back! He's really back! I expect Deryk has a few words to say. Let us lend him an ear. I think we did this last time, but I'll go ahead and talk to everyone anyway. It cannot have been easy for Deryk to come to this decision. I should like to hear what went through his mind. Ook ook. He's happy. I'm sure the baby Oppo Oppo is happy. Embraced by gods. Deryk is the very picture of peace. What to say in such a moment? Best to speak from the heart, I suppose. I'm glad to be back. And we're glad to have you back. Glad hardly suffices to describe it. We're over the moon that you're still here, Deryk. Or should we call you Ostakon? It's not. I always thought. Last time I was reading this, and before I started this, I honestly thought there was a T in the name. But apparently it's Oshon? Sure, whatever. He's gonna want to go by Deryk for sure. I no longer have Ostakon's power. Deryk will do. I was remade from the portion of my essence that wasn't returned to the star. It will live out my days as a man, which is like exactly what his dream would possibly be. Because like literally he's the explorer, right? That's like fits perfectly with what he would want to do. Kind of like Azim, if you think about it. And yet Azima, or however you say her name, is actually the one that's like in Azim's essence, but whatever. Or at least named after Azim in history or whatever. May I ask what happened? No sooner had the 12 vanished than you reappeared before us. At the very last, I couldn't bear it. Couldn't bear to say farewell. Your earnest friendship and weighed down my steps. And this little fellow's fervent call halted them. Aww. I was overwhelmed by the keenest longing to remain among you and see more of the world I love. Upon seeing me torn, my brethren bade me follow my heart. I needed no further urging. We created the instrument of blessing in the faith that, one day, the star would no longer need our guiding hand. Thanks to you, the day has finally come. Ah, but I ramble. How uncharacteristic. Let's head back to the Umphalos, shall we? Well, we must return to Charlian. The Forum will be expecting a report. Oh, and you'll have quite a report to give them. Yet, if the entire truth were to be revealed to the public, it would shake the very foundation of the worship of the 12. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. This is kind of the kind of thing that you just don't report, you know, for the sake of everyone and the world. You know, just your casual cover-up that all the gods are dead. Looks at Boshkon, except he's lost all his power. In penning our report, we shall do well to consult the forum on what details are safe to disclose. Much pertaining to the field of mythology will need to be obfuscated, I fear. Worry not on my account. Inspired by our findings, I have a mind to examine the 12 in the context of reception theory. Reception? It's reception? Okay. The people's perception of deities are wont to be informed by their culture. That's true. I mean, that's exactly what I was talking about with, like, well, no, this happens more, this comes more into the context of with, like, the versions of the gods that we see in, like, the East, with, like, Doma and the Four Lords. Then we also have Thavnair with the sisters, and then the Eorzea has the 12. Although I don't think that's quite what she's talking about here. By comparing the differences across eras and regions, I believe we may uncover heretofore unseen aspects to the 12. Reception theory, you say? Most intriguing. I should like to see the fruits of your research when I visit Sharlayan. Oh, I'm sure he's going to go to Sharlayan at some point. When you do, have care not to reveal who you used to be. Our scholars would be all over you like starved beasts, just like Andon when he went to the finale, that's what it's called again. Andon had the mind to start running. Or at least his sister was like, yeah, you should probably start running. I see. Perhaps I shall wait a while before I come calling. Before I came to you, I simply roamed the world. I had no objective, nothing I wished to find. Isn't that literally the definition of an explorer? Or adventurer? With this second chance I have, I mean to undertake my travels with a renewed perspective. Probably wants to meet people specifically for, and learn about their worship of the 12 or something. But ere I set out, he's gonna destroy it, isn't he? I would move my brethren's hopes elsewhere, to a place in men's midst. Okay. Like where? Oh, what a wonderful idea. If you don't mind, we should like to accompany you. By all means. We make for the Sanctum of the 12, in East Shroud, right, that's the chapel for the eternal bonding ceremonies. I think. I know there were 2 different times where I tried to go and meet and go to an FC's wedding, and one of the times the groom accidentally slipped through it, and then the other time they had to postpone it for an hour or something, and I couldn't go both times. Anyway, let's go ahead and talk to everyone. The Sanctum of the 12. I couldn't imagine a more fitting place for their memories. The words of the monument are promised by the gods to watch over mankind. 'Tis comforting to know that their promise will endure. As engrossed as we've been in our work, we've seldom had the chance to thus gather and relax. The last and only time would have been the meal at Revenant's Toll, I think. Yeah, that sounds about right. Feel free to go on ahead, my friend. Well, this won't be my last time here. I need a moment before I leave. Ook ook! Alright, let's head on over to East Shroud. I guess I should just click on the quest and check the map there. Yeah, Black Shroud, East Shroud, yeah, Bramble Patch. Go ahead and teleport over there. And we'll just go ahead and fly on up. Yeah, that's the chapel for the ceremonies of eternal bonding. I didn't actually realize that they had a free one. It's like, no wonder I see a bunch of people just doing it. Alright. Yeah. We've arrived at our destination. I don't recall ever actually running all the way up this path. I think the only time I've been up there was, or the first time I went up there was after I got flying. Also, I had never noticed the symbols of the 12 are on the door there. Or on this. Ah, no matter how many times I visit the sanctum, its majesty never fails to move me. And the rich history, originally built during the dawn of the 5th astral era, it was reclaimed by the wood before being restored in the wake of the calamity. Truly, it stands as a testament to the influence that magical civilizations and city-states have had upon Eorzean culture. This sanctum harbors the hopes of men, and now those of my brethren shall join them. If you are not averse, I would speak a little of my brethren, that is, those individuals whose essence lent them form. As it pertains to another age, some concepts may be foreign to you, but would you be interested nonetheless? Sure, why not? Excellent. And when he says these concepts, does he mean like they're gonna be like not humanoid? Or is he gonna just say some stuff that's a bit weird? Firegot was a man with a gift for creating inanimate objects such as buildings and furnishings. With his abilities, he served a supervisory role at the Bureau of the Architect. Of course he did. Just like the Forum. Where he was nothing short of a pillar. His chief was carefree to a fault, you see, and he took it upon himself to ensure the work was done. Wait, was the chief Hythlodaeus? That'd be really funny. Ralgar was a brawny man whom Vana encountered on her travels. They quickly struck up a friendship, and he joined her on a quest to destroy an enormous meteor. You can see where Azim gets it when Azim just jumps in a volcano to save a city. It's perfect. He joined her on a quest to destroy an enormous meteor that was hurtling towards the star. Just fair to say, this event gave rise to the legends surrounding the destroyer. Azima was a woman who served as a judicial officer in the Bureau of the Administrator, an experience which served her well as the warden. She was an ardent proponent of the seat of Azim, of course, see, that's why she's got the Azim name, and dreamed of training under Vana and her successor. Nald'thal was a close personal friend of mine, a merchant by trade. He was outwardly gregarious, but also possessed a reserved side and a quiet joy in his passion for ore. When men began treating him as a dual-aspected god, it reminded me of the person he used to be, and I cannot help but be struck with a pang of nostalgia. Nafika was a landscape architect of great repute who grew plants gathered from the star over. Despite being skilled in magic, she preferred to nurture plants as nature intended, and her garden ever bloomed with beautiful flowers. All who visited were said to leave with their souls salved. Ethilk was a researcher who observed newly made creations in Elpis. Although it was his sister's urging that he first join our faction, he soon became a stalwart believer in the cause, and always took the initiative in discussion. Halon was a formidable warrior tasked with hunting creations that were deemed detrimental to the star. For her prowess, she had been regarded as a leading candidate for the seat of Pashtarot, preserver of discipline and order. Well, that would fit really well. Menfina was the youngest among us, a student affiliated with the Words of Lahabrea at the Academia Anidir. Even within the prestigious institution, she was considered a prodigy, and hers were the hands that created the magic to isolate and seal Zodiac. Oh, that's interesting. Wait. Oh no, okay. I was thinking there was something to connect her with the moon, but that's Dalmud, not our current moon. Not Marilumentor. Is that the actual name of the moon, or is that just a place on the moon? Anyway. Thaleia was the headmaster of the Academia Anidir. Well, that fits. A man of learning and leadership both. He presided over the institution's myriad of faculties. No known phenomenon existed in which he wasn't versed. Words do not do justice to express the remarkable scholar that he was, and that's why he is the immortalized in Charlian with the statue and the everything. Nemia was an observer in Elpis, like her older brother, Elthic. She possessed a caring and inquisitive nature, and was liked and trusted by her peers. Lim Leon was a researcher at Midbasos Thalos. I'm never going to pronounce these ancient name things right. A faculty for the observation and evaluation of sea life, and that's why she's the navigator. So passionate was she about her work, she once threw a knife at someone who inadvertently came too close to her observation subject. And of course, Oskon was a traveler whom Fana encountered in the wilderness. They shared a campfire and discussed at length what it meant to be free. Leaving my hopes as the wanderer in this place, I shall set forth anew, as simply a man named Deryk. And last but not least, the Watcher. He was the chief archivist at Eneminis Anidir, and respected Vana deeply as an individual, even as he cared for her as a dear friend. Indeed, among our number, none was more devoted to Vana, and that devotion made him best suited to his duty, and the solitude that accompanies it. Yeah, because he was just up there by himself for the most part. Like, he had kind of had the Lawperts, but like... That is all. Just a lot to remember, but I should be glad if they remain with you in some way. We're grateful that you should share with us these new aspects of Hydaelyn and the 12. Thank you. Well, 'tis past time we headed back to Charlian. It wouldn't do to keep Ojiko waiting. I assume you'll be traveling via Limsa Laminza, in which case, allow us to see you off from there. Till now, I've wandered alone, but as I recently learned, a journey is better shared. So, like, if I come here, is there, like, something I can interact with, or is this just, like... And it's probably just for the cutscene. Alright, let's head on over to Limsa, and I think I accidentally set my... Yeah, I accidentally set my home point to Best Ways Burrow. So, just give me a second. Let's just go ahead and, yeah, let's teleport over there. I'm gonna reset my home point real quick, because, I don't want my home point to be Best Ways Burrow. Okay, let's fix that real quick. Yeah, set home point. Alright, so let's head on over to the dock. Okay, no, apparently not. Not quite. There he is, leaning against the wall. Ook! I didn't mean for it to come out like that. Our friends are presently booking their passage. It's a good thing you're actually standing out of the rain this time, unlike them. Really funny if they're still just standing in the rain. Yeah, I don't know if they're actually over the overhang or not, but they just dried off, so that means they're just barely not under the rain. Anyway. That's where you were. There's room aboard the next ship, so we'll be setting sail shortly. Oh, Deryk. No sooner do we arrive in a crowded place than you up and disappear. Just force of habit, in order to avoid people. Hey, he doesn't really need to do that anymore. But I needn't do so anymore, do I? On the contrary, I should embrace the chance to connect with other souls. As your comrades, we completely agree. And remember, you're always welcome at the Beldizian Annex, so be sure to pay us a visit. You may depend on it. Thank you, Deryk, for giving us your trust. And thank you as well, Brillian. Had you not been with us, we would have struggled to grant the 12 their wish. Well, yeah. The quest also wouldn't have started. Well, we had best find our vessel. While the report remains to be compiled, I believe we can officially declare our investigation complete. Till next we meet, my friends. Yep, Daryl's gonna have one last thing to say, doesn't he? Come on, Deryk, wave. Do you still have time, Brillian? I mean, I guess. Ere I embark on my journey, there's a place nearby I would like to visit. May I ask you to accompany me? I mean, sure. Thank you. Come. We shall head outside the city via the Tempest Gate. Which one is that again? I just used my Aetheryte to teleport out. I never actually look at the name. Oops. I never actually look at the name of the gate. I just pick the one that says Lower or Eastern Lenosha. Let's see. Tempest Gate is Lower Lenosha. Okay. Is he going to take us to the stone in the south? Let's see. Where are you, Deryk? There you are. Don't forget to talk to the baby Opopo. Ook! Hear the winds whip in the sea like a storm ball. Yeah, it's also raining. But but I've always found the sensation quite invigorating. Lest you wonder, I intended to strike west, and thence make my way through Upper and Outer Lenosha. And in order to mark my new beginning as a man, en route, I wish to see Oshkon's embrace with you. Oh right, that's his place. I don't know where that is. Oh wait, is that up in Upper Lenosha? Or Outer Lenosha? I'm thinking of a place where it might be. Oh, we'll see. You need only accompany me across the bridge. These locations were obviously a lot more important in 1.0 when you were getting ready, because each of the Scions were praying at each one of these statues and stuff. Like, if I recall correctly, Thancred was praying at the stone in Eastern Lenosha. I think there's one in Eastern Lenosha. The Babili Moida were praying at Nalfika's altar in Gordania. Y'shtola was praying at Nymea? I don't think it's Nymea. There's one in Lower Lenosha. I can't open the map right now. Where I think she was praying, and I forget. I think there was a fourth one that they showed that was praying, but I forget who it was. Anyway. From here, I shall continue on my own. I can go back and check that. It's in the ARR Flames of Truth. Yeah. Just accompanying him to the gate. The stone I'm thinking of, I believe, is down here. I think it's I think it's Nymea. She's the one with the spinning wheel, I think. Which kind of threw me off. Alright, Deryk. Of course, Baby Opopo. Okok? Such a great wave that ripped the gods. What? Such a great wave that ripped the gods' grip from the main. Okay, sure. In the wake of the calamity, my brethren and I were all occupied with our respective duties. This is my very first time seeing the bridge. I have no idea what the significance of this bridge is. Clearly it's a 1.0 and calamity thing. Shall we then? I mean, I guess. Follow Deryk's lead, try not to fall behind. Okay. Sure, Deryk. Maybe if you start walking, though. Hold on, what is walk again? I don't have a numpad, so I gotta remember. Isn't it insert or something? Yeah, whatever. Oh, I'm not reading it. Oh, come on, it's not showing up here? Normally it does. Ah, such an invigorating breed. Okay, it's not anything. He's not doing a lore dump or anything. Your beauty knows no bounds, it says as it's pouring rain. Clearly, you were lost in thought. Also, there's just a random Lala here. Slash push? That seems slightly dangerous, sir. I look forward to the bridge's completion. Isn't complete. Nope, that's all. 'Tis a fine bridge, boasting splendid views and brimming with life. The very image of a man's determination to overcome adversity. I'm honored that I should be named Oshkon. Alright, let's talk to Deryk and wrap this up. Well, this is as far as I asked you to come. Oh, is this bridge called like Oshkon something? Whatever. But if you were willing, might we converse a little more? It occurs to me that I hadn't asked you about your opinion on the 12. Well, now that they're dead, I don't really care. How you personally perceive us, for instance, or what you felt when you faced us. Your words from the heart, I would take with me as a memento. Deryk, you're walking away. You ask me a question and then you walk away. No, at least the rain stopped. Is that so? The others will be glad to hear that. Thank you for humoring me, Brilliant. And apologies for keeping you so long. I'm ready to set forth now, to witness a world filled with our blessing. Okay, that's why the weather changed, because they purposely set the time to a certain time for this cutscene. Said you could see dawn, I think. Yeah, it'd be kind of weird if it... Yeah, whatever. To begin with, I shall tour Lenosha and visit those locales which are named after the 12, after which I shall go wherever the wind blows. Together with this fellow, of course, until such a time as he tires of my company. This time, I shall embrace the joy of meeting and accept the sorrow of parting. And when the time comes for me to return to the star, I shall share my experiences with my brethren. Needless to say, your words will feature prominently in my recounting. Well, that was nice. It's really cool to see that he's like come full circle, because at first he was like, I don't really want to become friends with anyone or get close to anyone, and now he's like, now he's just full on accepting of friendship and parting and everything. You'll continue your own journeys, will you not? Of course, I've still got more MSQ to do. Then I shall look for you out there. Fare you well, my friend, and may the 12 bless you and keep you. It'd be really cool if we could just find him kind of like you do with Omega and Alpha, because you can just find them randomly in certain places. Myths of the Realm. Let's see, 12's-fold blessing and one among wonders, Orchestrion scroll. The paintings of the 12 are now available for purchase. Ah, cool. I don't know why I would need anything except for the cryo painting. I mean, what?